Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. Now today we will discuss about one of the mega events in science and technology along with the science of fog and converting leather waste into products. Well, we will also take a stock of ISRO's past success and future plans. But first, let us take a look at the headlines. Another feather in ISRO's cap, successfully launches ResourceSat-2. India International Science Festival in Delhi, a mega event on science and technology. Researchers collaborate to understand the science of fog. Useful products from leather waste, CLRI's innovative solution. And in our In Focus segment, today we will discuss about the achievements of ISRO in past 2 years and its upcoming projects. And now the news in detail. ISRO has sealed another successful year of space science with a new remote sensing satellite. Yes, as the 2016 draws to its end, ISRO has successfully launched ResourceSat-2A with the help of PSLV C-36. Now, the novel remote sensing satellite will help map the resources on Earth along with the minerals in specific geographic regions.
Following many successful space exploration experiments and technologies, ISRO has capped the eventful year with a new sensing satellite, ResourceSat-2A. ResourceSat-2A was launched aboard PSLV C-36 on 7th December at 10:24 am from the first launch pad at the Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota.
Today we have successful launch of ResourceSat-2A, which is going to provide continuity to our three-tier imaging data, which will be extremely useful for various applications of land and water.
This marks the 38th flight of ISRO's indigenous polar satellite launch vehicle C-36. ResourceSat-2A succeeds the remote sensing satellites ResourceSat-1 and ResourceSat-2 launched in 2003 and 2011 respectively. With a mission life of 5 years, ResourceSat-2A is designed to continue the remote sensing data services to global users like its predecessors. The satellite weighs 1,235 kilograms and has been launched at 827-kilometer polar sun synchronous orbit. It carries a high-resolution linear imaging self-scanner camera, medium-resolution LIS-3 camera and an advanced wide-field sensor camera that operates in various bands. It also carries 2 solid-state recorders with the capacity of 200 GB to store the images taken by the cameras and which can be shared with ground stations. The successful mission comes soon after the successful launch of advanced weather satellite INSAT-3DR and SCATSAT-1 in September, followed by the communication satellite GSAT-18 in October.
Now, bringing together the young researchers of the nation, CSIR National Physical Laboratory is conducting a 5-day India International Science Festival in Delhi. The biggest science and technology event of the country, the festival during 7th to 11th of December comprises many scientific programs and is attracting researchers and students across the nation. Now, parallelly, the event also aims to bridge the gap between scientists and the public.
Gathering scientific minds across the nation under one umbrella is a mega event being conducted under the aegis of Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences in collaboration with Vijnana Bharati at National Physical Laboratory. Yes, curtains have risen on the India International Science Festival Delhi, which aims to provide a single platform to promote interaction among the young generation and scientists to share as well as spread ideas and discoveries. The 5-day event to be held during 7th to 11th December was formally inaugurated by Shri Rajnath Singh, Union Minister for Home Affairs, and of the Science Film Festival by the Israel's Minister for Science and Technology and Space, Mr. Ophir Okun. The event, which saw the participation of Dr. Harsh Vardhan and Shri Y.S. Chaudhary, is expected to be a mega scientific event in all sense, with a myriad of activities including researchers, students and common public.
बच्चों को विशेष रूप से हमने इसमें इन्वॉल्व इसलिए किया है क्योंकि ये भारत का भविष्य है और यही जो है आने वाली 21वीं शताब्दी में तय करेंगे कि भारत जो है तकलीफ़ों के साथ रहेगा या तकलीफ़ों को विज्ञान के माध्यम से दूर करेगा। हम इन बच्चों के अंदर एक नई ऊर्जा पैदा करना चाहते हैं, नए संस्कार पैदा करना चाहते हैं, नया सपना पैदा करना चाहते हैं और इनको जीवन के अंदर विज्ञान के माध्यम से अपने देश के लिए महान काम करने के लिए प्रेरित करना चाहते हैं।
IISF will showcase outstanding achievements of Indian laboratories in the recent past, along with a Young Scientists Meet, scientific workshops, DST Inspire National Level Camp, Industry Academia Interaction, and Mega Science Technology and Industry Expo. As part of the event, an international science film festival was conducted on 8th December with the aim of encouraging young science filmmakers and science enthusiasts. During this session, 85 competitive Indian films on various themes of science and technology, along with 28 internationally acclaimed foreign films, were screened. The mega event is likely to get into the Guinness Book of World Records as 600 young students dress up as Einstein and discuss the theory of relativity.
With the winters arriving, northern parts of India is witnessing fog that has started shrouding daily lives and activities. While reduced visibility due to fog is affecting transport, the smog resulting from the polluted air is causing serious health hazards. Now, the situation calls for furthering our understanding of the science of fog, both chemically and physically. Now, along these lines, the Ministry of Earth Sciences is holding a large-scale collaborative experiment called the Winter Fog Experiment at New Delhi Airport. More details in this report.
While the capital city in recent days reeled under the grips of monstrous smog, one fact emerged clear. With multiple sources of pollution existing and low temperatures of coming winters, the probability of such a smog cannot be ruled out in the future. There is an urgent need to further understanding of the complex science of fog formation, especially over New Delhi, one of the most populated capitals of the world. And this is exactly what the Winter Fog campaign, recently inaugurated at the New Delhi airport, aims to do. Launched by the Ministry of Earth Sciences, the Winter Fog Experiment, in short, WIFEX, being conducted during December 2016 to February 2017, is a large-scale multi-institutional initiative during winters 2016-17.
This aim of this experiment is to understand the fog process and also ultimately to predict fog even in the airport, Delhi International Airport. And these observations will help us to understand the physical process involved in fog and also to improve the fog predictions model. So last year we conducted a pilot experiment and during the winter season, and this will be continued this year as well as for next year. And by next year we will be further improving our fog prediction model.
Basically it is a numerical prediction model, so it simulates the dynamical conditions of the atmosphere, and that simulates real-time meteorology and the meteorological phenomenon which is responsible for the fog formation that we are actually simulating.
The observational campaign being led by Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Pune, is in collaboration with the Indira Gandhi International Airport, Airport Authority of India, India Meteorological Department, National Centre for Medium Range Weather Forecast, and the Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, Mohali. Under this initiative, experiments will be conducted to understand the different physical and chemical features of fog and factors responsible for its genesis, intensity and duration using the extensive sets of ground-based instrumentation and remote sensing platforms deployed at Indira Gandhi International Airport, New Delhi. These instruments will measure micrometeorological conditions, radiation, fog, droplet and aerosol microphysics, aerosol optical properties and aerosol and fog water chemistry to understand the complete environmental conditions in which fog develops. These measurements are likely to answer some key questions on fog formation, cycle and dispersion and help develop and validate improved models for fog prediction.
The biggest disadvantages of leather processing is the wastes, which are hard to dispose of, and they also pose a huge environmental threat. But what if the leather wastes could be converted into useful products? Well, yes, this is exactly what CSIR Central Leather Research Institute has worked out. This novel technology is environmentally safe and also socially beneficial.
Leather industry, a major export sector which fetches regular profits and plays a crucial role in Indian economy. But at the same time, the leather industry is also beset with the huge problem of environmental pollution resulting from leather processing. The question of greener technologies for leather processing is being addressed by researchers across the nation. And the recent addition to this is the novel technologies developed by the researchers at CSIR Central Leather Research Institute in Chennai. The institute has successfully developed a technology to develop fabric from chicken legs, and the fabric can be used to make shoes, handbags, key rings and watch straps. According to researchers, the fabric developed from chicken legs are high quality.
Here, it has explored the unexplored raw material from different bird source. One is from the chicken feet leathers. This is a leather that has been made from chicken feet, and we have made chicken feet leathers in the form of different panels, and once the panel is made, this panel can be made in different shapes. This is in the form of a diamond, and once the panel is made, we can make different products like handbags, shoes and purses.
Parallelly, the team seeking solutions for safe disposal of leather processing wastes have developed technologies to convert leather wastes into useful products. The most vital among these is the technology to convert leather wastes into cloth fabric using cotton threads. The fabric is called rayon, which is being widely used for making various kinds of clothing. Besides these, the wastes from leather processing are also being used to make shoe soles, healthcare products, dog chews, and many more.
CLRA has come out with a stream of technologies to generate wealth from waste, and one among them is conversion of a fleshing waste which comes out from the leather industry into a value-added product, namely a rubber sole, which can be used to make shoes. So thereby internalizing the problem of the waste as well.
In this way, CLRI's regenerating leather technology is adding a new dimension to greener and smarter ways of leather processing, which is not only environment friendly but is also socially beneficial.
And we'll take a very short break here. We'll be back with more science news. Keep watching Science Monitor.
The sacred relics of Buddha were unearthed in Piprava in Uttar Pradesh. Buddhist monks from all over the world visit the National Museum to pay their respects. These charred bone fragments of Buddha are housed in the gold canopy gifted by the royal family of Thailand.
Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
Team Indus, a Bangalore-based aerospace startup, has secured the commercial launch contract with ISRO to land a rover on Moon. The team, which will be first private entity to exclusively use India's main rocket, the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, is aiming to send a rover to the Moon and plant the Indian flag on its surface on January 26, 2018. Amid the chaos of demonetization, a software engineer in Tamil Nadu has developed a humanoid robot which can help customers in banks. The robot, which has been introduced in one of the banks for trail, can aid customers with certain necessary information, speaking 19 languages, and reduce the workload of bankers by helping customers open their accounts and giving information on existing accounts. The International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry has confirmed the addition of 4 more elements with new official names. The newly added elements included nihonium, named after the Japanese word Nihon, which means Japan; moscovium, named after Moscow; tennessine, named after the state Tennessee, the location of Oak Ridge National Laboratory; and organeson, after Yuri Organation, who helped discover several super heavy elements. These newly discovered super heavy and highly radioactive elements now complete the 7th row of the periodic table of elements. In a fascinating new discovery, a group of students from Sydney Grammar School have reproduced the life-saving anti-malarial drug, Daraprim, at the cost of $2. The students have conducted this research as a part of their high school project to $750 a dose last year.
Now, from Chandrayaan to Mangalyaan, ISRO has led India into the international arena of space exploration and has conquered many new heights. While the past year has seen ISRO successfully launch many foreign satellites into the orbit, the organization is also gearing up for Mangalyaan 2. So what are the major achievements of ISRO during the past 2 years, And how is it planning the future? Well, we will take a look at this in our segment In Focus.
As another year draws to a close, India has many reasons to be proud in the past years. India has established itself as one of the leading champions of science, especially in the arena of space science and technology. And one organization which has played a major role in making India one of the elite space-faring nations is the Indian Space Research Organization. ISRO is today a household name, impacting almost all fields of space and earth science, ranging from Earth observation and navigation to satellite communication, climate, environment and disaster management. As the year draws to an end, ISRO has capped its past success with efficacious launching of the new remote satellite ResourceSat 2A aboard PSLV C-36. In 2016, ISRO captured the world with the launch of 8 satellites into 2 different orbits in a single flight. During the mission, PSLV C-35 launched SCATSat-1, designed for weather-related services, along with 4 international and 2 academic satellites in one go. ISRO also launched the Advanced Weather Satellite INSAT 3DR aboard GSLV F-05. INSAT 3DR joined the operational search and rescue service provided by INSAT 3D to various users including Coast Guard, Airport Authority of India, Shipping and Defence Services, along with a variety of meteorological services. In 2016, ISRO successfully launched India's first indigenous air-breathing propulsion system. The system, called the Scramjet engine, was launched aboard the Advanced Technology Vehicle. ISRO nailed it again in 2016 with 20 satellites in one launch when in June 2016 it launched 20 satellites using PSLV C-34. The payloads included Cartosat 2 series Indian satellite along with 2 academic satellites Swayam and Satyabhama Sat and 17 co-passenger satellites. In 2016, ISRO has also successfully put in place the indigenously developed Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System comprising 7 satellites. IRNSS is designed to provide accurate position information service to users within the country and will be used for terrestrial, aerial and marine navigation, disaster management, vehicle tracking and fleet management, integration with mobile phones, mapping, etc. The year saw the launch of India's first winged body aerospace vehicle called the Reusable Launch Vehicle Technology Demonstrator or RLV-TD aboard the HS-9 rocket. Tracing back, some of the most notable achievements of ISRO in 2015 includes the launch of AstroSat, the first dedicated Indian astronomy mission, and Helios-1. These are but some of the major achievements of ISRO in past 2 years. As a new year is dawning upon us, researchers at ISRO are also gearing up for more advanced technologies. The first in this series is expected to be Mangalyaan-2 with most advanced payloads and Chandrayaan-2. ISRO is also pondering over a Venus orbiter mission to study the extremely hot atmosphere of Venus. According to reports, ISRO plans to carry out a solar mission by the year 2019-20 using a probe called Aditya-1, not to mention the manned missions to Moon and other planets.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for this episode. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV. Thanks for watching.